Welcome. In front of me I have a REALME Watch, and today I'll go over unboxing along with a really brief overview of it. So starting off, let's pop it open. And let's see. There we go. So opening it up, nothing on the top. Now this is the design of like the Apple Watch strap, and it just feels terrible at the first glance. I'm not gonna lie, it feels like a super cheap plastic. It feels like a actually Chinese toy. Let's pour it on. So going to the display, this is a, let's confirm English, and I do have a REALME phone right here, so I'm gonna see if I can actually connect this somehow. Download the app. I believe it probably should be already here, assuming I can actually find it. No idea what it's called actually. Anything here looks QR code. Come on, anything you can tell me? Guess I'm just gonna look in the store. So let's try to connect it quickly. Not now. And just gonna set it to the side for now. So that's what I'm looking for. Apparently, the REALME phones don't come with this application pre-installed, which is kind of surprising. I'm not sure if I like it or don't. I assume it's to keep the bloatware to the most minimum. It honestly seems to be actually nice. Let's open it up. Agree. Let's allow this. Go back. Location. Whatever. Allow, and let's add a device here. So apparently I need to register. Mobile number. Let's see. Alright, I probably need to add the at gmail.com and password I don't care. There we go. Should be good enough. Oh wait, this is logging in, damn it. So let's copy. Can I do it without? Register an account. Let's paste it. Get a code. Oh, I've got to be kidding me with this. Oh. I assume now I get to check the email. I'll quickly get it. Take me to mail. And this is not very feasible setup, honestly. And it looks like I'm not receiving the confirmation here. So this is looking very great for the initial setup of the phone, of the watch actually. Let's see if I actually. Oh, that's the correct email. see spam. Oh, only Apple. Oh, I can see why. There we go. I guess that was my problem here. Well, this is getting really annoying, honestly. Now, keep in mind this is literally the first time I am unboxing this and trying to set it up, so just the setup of the watch itself is well, raising my blood pressure right here. And from what I've heard, this watch can't even measure it correctly along with the blood oxygen. So, honestly, first experience with this device and the setup of it, I'm not very satisfied with this. So you have the damn email, so can you give me the code? Apparently you can't. Apparently account was not created in this case. Whatever, doesn't really matter here, I don't really care. Get the damn code. Oh my, it's again using the wrong, or I'm using the wrong email. Let's try that again. So it tells me that it's been registered, cool. Yet I cannot sign in because the account doesn't exist. What? Unless, let's see, there we go. So finally, we're getting somewhere. Copy. I just put some password, cool, seems like a good password, I don't care, 69. Oh, for God's sakes, with this verification. This is one of the most annoying setups I have ever done. Yay, look at that. Okay, so 10 minutes later, we can finally actually add the device, so that's nice. Let's go to next. Oh, I'm not looking for a band, actually. Looking for a watch. There we go. Yep, that's what I'm looking for. Confirm. And yay, finally repaired it. So let's get started. Doesn't matter here. Let's make myself super young. There we go. Sarcastically, of course. Your height. Oh, of course I'm above 6 feet. Got to get that height up. Pounds doesn't matter here. I don't really care. Don't really care. It's just a quick setup. Come on, agree, and cool. So we finally finished the setup, and let's not update it right now. So I don't believe there's going to be anything useful added anyway. So now that we finally got that out of the way, we can actually proceed further. Now, also while this is set up, quickly going to open up the box. Nothing actually in this part. And in here we got, well, fairly minimal content. So we have the charger and, well, brochure here, manual. So this is one of the most minimal contents I have ever experienced. So yeah, now let's see this. So never really used their OS, so I'm not really sure how it works. There we go. So now it's max brightness. Now I'll mention that this is a super small battery of 160 milliamps, and the watch is quite big. Well, maybe not quite big, but relatively for the screen size. Also, it's barely visible, but they have this faint Realme logo right here. Let's see if I can actually get it somehow in the light. It just can't be visible, but it's like super faint. But one thing that I feel like they missed is just making the display a little bit bigger. As you can see, the display just kind of finishes right over here, leaving this space. Now, I'm not the greatest fan of it. It's kind of a missed opportunity. The device isn't necessarily the most expensive. It comes around like, what was it, $50, so it is fairly cheap, but still I would prefer to see a little bit better quality of it, considering things like the Xiaomi Mi Band cost even less than this, at like, what is it, $20 or something like that. So basically half of the price of this, and have, in my opinion, better build quality and basically everything better about it than this. Now, the benefit of having something like this watch is the fact that it supposedly measures the blood oxygen. So now in the amazing times of viruses and stuff, this can supposedly help you determine if you might be getting sick or not. But from what I've heard, this is kind of unreliable, and the measurements aren't necessarily gonna be a good way to measure it. Let's actually try to find where is the heart rate. There we go. So I'm gonna quickly put it on my wrist and take off this from mine. Let me quickly get rid of this. Now I'll mention this supposedly supposed to be kind of like the Apple Watch band, but it is nothing like it, honestly. It just kind of feels like a cheap knockoff. Now I just try to put it on quickly, so let's not walk. Trying to skip. No, stop it. Oh my gosh. How the hell do I leave this? And okay, finally. Oh, I don't want this. There we go. So let's see how that actually functions. So I'm gonna do two measurements. We'll see how that differs, considering nothing should be changing. So right now it's supposedly at 97, apparently. Now, I have never used this function, so I'm not exactly sure what I'm expecting here, or what are the normal reads, and also don't have anything better to compare it to. We did have in the studio before a Apple Watch which was doing the same thing, but it was, well, way better of a device than this, but it's no longer here, so we can't really compare it. And at the moment it's showing the same results. Okay, now quickly, also I'm gonna put in my other band, and I'm gonna check the heart rate also. So let's try to do that. Now for me, heart rate should be heart rate right here. Stop it. It's time to stop. There we go. Now this is completely too high. $76. $79. So they're basically close enough together. Margin of error with this one, but it seemed like this one was lagging behind. But the measurements are fairly accurate, I would say, based on what I know my heart rate is actually like. So in this case it worked fine. Now one thing that I also seen, this watch strap is complete and utter garbage, and things like this thing, for someone that I watched this review before I actually had this, it did basically break. So what they actually advised was to get the normal watch strap with like the belt loop and stuff like that, and this does feel super cheap. It looks on the camera, it's gonna look basically the same way as Apple Watch does, at least the strap, but when you hold it and feel this texture and just kind of how flimsy and light and just trash this feels, you will realize that that probably wasn't the best idea. This feels like a super cheap Chinese toy basically at the moment. It's super light, and yeah, for $50, I don't think it comes with basically everything that you want from it, workouts and all that stuff, the O2 measurements, along with a bunch of other things like the notifications from different applications, some camera, and this is all basically to control your phone more like. Also allows you to control smart appliances if you wanted to, so that is probably one of the better things here as well, but overall the design of this just feels like a super budget, and well, I don't think the battery will last too long. Let's see, can I check the battery right now? Would really like to do so. At the beginning was I think like 86% when I first connected it, but I seem to, no, the rate is 89. Let's see if that will change. Okay, so throughout this video it went from 89 to 85, and this is like in 10 minutes, so keep that in mind here. We lost 4% in literal 10 minutes of just kind of using this device normally, by doing 2 scans or 3 blood pressure or blood oxygenation tests and some heart rate, and just kind of flipping through the pages here. So in the normal use, when it's kind of waking up when you raise it, kind of like it is right now, I'm pretty sure this is gonna basically be an everyday charge, if not even quicker. And this is a 160 milliamp hour battery, so this is super small. I believe the tiny thing that I have right here has basically the same battery as this, but I might be wrong. I haven't checked this specification of this watch for so long that I don't even remember what it comes with. And yeah, kind of going back to it, considering you will need their app. Personally, I've been using the Xiaomi watches, or not watches but smart bands, and this seems like a actual better choice right here. It might not come with things like the blood oxygenation scan, but it, in my opinion, works better than this thing. The watch seems to run fine. It's not the fastest, it's not the slowest, but it just kind of lacks something. It feels like a toy basically, which the build quality makes me feel like it's gonna break fairly quickly, and overall the LCD display isn't the most pretty to look at, and because it's an LCD in direct sunlight, this is maxed out right now, maxed brightness, and it is kind of dim in a studio box which has the light right above me. So if that is making it look kind of dim, then I can't imagine how it will look like in direct sunlight. And if you can't use a watch outside and see what's on it, what is the purpose of it? Now, just to compare it for me right here on this one, let's see, I'm gonna quickly just check if I am at the moment at max brightness or not. So brightness, okay, so here it is maxed out. So this is on max brightness, that's what you kind of get, and you can see the drastic comparison and kind of the vibrancy of the colors and overall brightness of it. This is a, I believe, OLED display right here, which will have all the pixels around that are black are completely turned off, so you also won't have this kind of like glare around the black areas. So yeah, and honestly, for $50 that this comes in, it doesn't really seem like a great option. If you're a iPhone user, and then this just completely doesn't even concern you, because you won't be even able to use this. There is no app on iPhone or Apple Watches, or well, Apple devices, I mean. So you won't be able to connect it, and thus you won't be able to actually use it unless you basically connect it to your Android device and only well, keep it at home, that Android device, and wear the watch only. But that just kind of seems to defeat the purpose of a smartwatch. And yeah, apart from that, it's a square display, as you can see, 1.4 inches with 320 by 320, so just a perfect square right here. LCD IPS, and like I said, don't expect too much from this. It just kind of feels like a toy, and I wouldn't really recommend this watch, honestly. So yeah, if you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and well, thanks for watching.